little while ago, I was chatting with Rabbi Nick and saying what an amazing thing it was that people were speaking so eloquently and insightfully on our thought for the day. He suggested I add my thoughts to the mix, and after some initial reservations on whether I was up for the task, I decided to take him up on the challenge. My name is Joy, and someone quite recently told me that I had been well named. It's true that I like to see the positive in life. I'm a glass half full, not a glass half empty type of person. But when we were hit with this horrendous pandemic and the whole country went into lockdown, it was hard to see anything positive about it at all. Every day there were more deaths, more people becoming really unwell, overcrowded hospitals, and the unrelenting realization that this was going to get a lot worse before it eventually, please God, got better. And yet, as Michael and I walked our dog on Stanmore Fields a few days later after lockdown, we noticed that the view into London was clearer. We noticed that the birds seemed to be singing louder and the sky was bluer. Each day as we walked, we saw that with the lack of traffic, pollution was abating. Without traffic noise, we could hear woodpeckers and blackbirds, hear the rustling of small animals in the brush, and started to notice more and more butterflies fluttering by. Nature was blooming, and it seemed that possibly the earth might start healing itself just a little bit. Our own bushy community, never slow in coming forward, has excelled with more charitable initiatives than I could ever imagine or name. We have phoned vulnerable members to see how they fared and even sung to them. We've baked cakes, cooked and delivered meals to key workers, and shopped and delivered to those who couldn't access supplies any other way. We did what bushy people always do. We rallied round. We looked out for others, and above all, we cared. Many of us too have learnt new skills. We've become tech savvy, using Zoom, house parties, Skype, and others to stay close, albeit virtually, with family and friends. Personally, I and many of my generation miss our weekly get-togethers at Sage or singing in the Sage choir. But guess what? We now have Sage every week on Zoom. And we are cared for spiritually too, as our rabbinic team, along with the shul executive, find myriad ways to uplift and support us with online services, shiurim, talks, and 101 other initiatives. Even with the realization that it will be many, many months before we can be together again to enjoy a shul service, Rabbis Elchanan and Nick, with Jacqueline and Shira, have been untiring in their unending support of us, the bushy community. How lucky we are to have them. How lucky am I to live in this great place, to be part of this extraordinary community. Yes, there are definitely positives to come out of this time of difficulty. I've discovered I can still find joy in my life.